And you're like, okay, I quit this place and now I'm opening my own company.
Prove myself first that everything is possible.
Especially being a pretty woman.
Where those people when I need them.
At least to try. Feel that you can have mistakes, you can make those mistakes, nobody will judge you.
Or making decision and take responsibility for this.
If you don't plan things, they will plan themselves and maybe not in the way that you want it.
That you actually play against yourself.
Yes, I'm going.
If you try to buy.
I love my life. Yeah. This is amazing.
Wake up and go and bring beauty to this world.
And what kind of energy do you bring to the table?
I need a private jet.
Freedom of choices.
Yeah, freedom of choices. I'm with the person with whom I grow.
You don't have to try to fit into someone else's opinions or environments that will ruin your personality.
That was a great year.
Yalla.
Yalla.
Hi, Anastasia.
Hi, Anna.
So let's just introduce each other and let's just briefly explain why we decided to film this podcast, this interview. So basically, me and Anastasia, we were living together a long time ago, sharing the apartment in Moscow. And we have friends from a long time ago, and now both of us are living in Dubai, running the business in the same industry, in real estate. So we just decided to share this journey that we had together, to share the thoughts and just do a bit of analysis of the past year, what have changed, and like what are the thoughts about everything, right?
That changed a lot. I think I'm not looking at you. I just don't recognize,
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's interesting, actually, that we decided to get this podcast in English because, you made a point here. Like a few years ago, I was sitting in our room and just studying and just dreaming about to travel, I don't know, to make something new, to find yourself, your goals.
Yeah.
And now just looking back, it just feels so good.
Yeah, it's incredible. And just to mention that English is not our first language.
Yes.
And I think we just decided to give ourselves a little bit of a challenge and just to experience something new and to go out of a comfort zone a little bit. So no judgments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No
Yeah.
judgment. That would be just a great experience, and also to share some thoughts with also close ones, with our friends and family abroad. Because all this time,
Okay, so let's just briefly share about each other, what currently we're doing right now. I can start from myself. My name is Anya, and I'm managing and running a real estate agency here in Dubai for the past year, running international team, focusing on overseas and local clients. So this is briefly to summarize what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, we're working in the same industry, Anna. The buy is about real estate right now.
What about you?
I'm manager director of real estate company with European background. When I'm actually coming from my past years, I spent my almost 5 years there, and suddenly life brought me to Dubai. Like we all have our own Dubai story.
Both of us never ever expected that we're going to be in the city, in the same industry. So the changes that I see in you are so tremendously big, and to compare this before and after, you can't even imagine this is the same person actually, right?
I can say about you, because I remember I met this funny Anna who was actually trying everything. And you were, they say that each person comes to a specific period of time that you need. And then exactly what happened between you and me. You just inspired me so much for learning languages. Don't be afraid to try try different things. Today you're dancing, tomorrow you're trying to open a companies, and you're bringing your new ideas, and you're actually just moving towards to your goals. And you were kind of this fresh air really in my life when I was just stuck by working in a company, doing the same, schedule, doing not the same job, but still my daily routine was looked the same. And since we met, it just you brought this vibe, to my life, that you not only have to think about how to try, you actually have to try.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saying this. From my side, also looking at you when you just came to Dubai, absolutely desperate. I think a year and a half ago, you didn't know what to do. You didn't have any plans, and you were just about to give up. And then I remember you disappeared for, I think, 3 months, working like a crazy person. We didn't see each other, we didn't speak. And then out of nowhere, I'm meeting you again, and I'm seeing completely different person with the sparkling eyes, with a super high self-confidence, knowing what she's doing, being really professional. And just 3 months, it's crazy. And then I think you disappeared again for another 2 months, and then we met for your birthday. And then you're like, okay, I quit this place and now I'm opening my own company, and like everything happened so fast. Really, like this is super, super inspiring how the person can just go there fully and change her life completely, like out of the blue. This is also super, super inspiring.
Don't you think it's possible in Dubai only?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of energy in the air. I met this person a week back. It's like he's a Russian entrepreneur, and he was sharing his concept why Dubai has this kind of energy. The first thing and the first theory is that because of the Burj Khalifa, it's so tall that it touches the space, and basically the space opens this kind of energy for the city. And the second theory is because of it's a very traditional and cultural and religious place, and people are praying all the time. So you just have this energy around that helps your dream come true faster. So I think one of those things can be true, right?
Magic Dubai. Yeah, everyone has his story here, and the life is moving so fast.
Yeah.
Of course, most of the time we're working, building ourselves, but by the end of the day, to feel that you're actually making something, that there are no limits to achieve something, that's so good. I have to say, only here in Dubai I found like eventually myself, prove myself first that everything is possible.
Yeah.
And that's related to Dubai. I'm just thinking, is it because of Dubai, because of opportunities here? Yes. And in the same time, everything depends on you.
But have you ever faced, like, we're in a very, I think, traditional and religious country. It's like Muslim, Arab world. So being a woman here and being a woman running a business, have you ever experienced any kind of difficulties, maybe judgments towards you? Yeah, and especially being a pretty woman, there are a lot of stereotypes around that. Have you ever had any difficulties being a woman behind a business in a very traditional country?
This is a good question, and not at all. The way around. Not that I was discriminated in my country, but there were some limits by saying, oh, you're still young, or just work more for this company, or you have to have certain experience in this, you have to have 2-3 degrees, and only after maybe you will. Here, till now, I feel fully free what I'm doing. I see how people open for ideas, I see how people open to listen to you, and as long as you work hard, you actually consistent on what you're doing, you see the purpose of this, yeah, the right people start surrounding you, and that's a good thing about Dubai. So there are a lot of the concentration of intelligent and talented people. That would help actually to drive and run business, to get this energy of the city. Yeah, so not at all, not at all. I'm feeling that everything is possible, and I can change it any way how actually I feel that would be right for me. How about you? Pretty girl, very young, and really CEO of the real estate company.
I would 100% agree with you. When I was just preparing myself to come here and to open the business and to create the team, I was so scared and I had a lot of doubts because being a young woman entering this masculine and very competitive area, especially having this like stereotypes around, of course I was scared, but it turned out to be not as I expected at all. It came out to be the opposite. This is super tolerant, super multicultural country, multicultural city, I would say, and I've never ever had any judgments or discriminations towards me. And for the team around you, I think also the most important thing is just your drive, your personal responsibility, your ideas, your ambitions, your readiness to be professional in a way. This is what matters. It doesn't matter how old are you, what is your gender, what are you doing, what is your background actually, because as for my case, I started from zero. I didn't have like any experience, so for me it was a pure startup. And of course I had to learn along with the team, but that never really mattered. I think the most important is just your personal drive. This is something cool about Dubai, that you feel free. You feel that you can have mistakes, you can make those mistakes. Nobody will judge you, and this is amazing. Yeah.
And you know, talking about diversity in the team, it's actually such a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's people talks like there are 25 languages, then different nationalities. Everyone has his own vision, ideas, and to by combining that together, that actually, you know, what really drives like a business. Because when you have I don't know, the same kind of vision, sometimes you just need somebody to tell you
go out of the box.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way how maybe for me it's not or acceptable, it's not normal, but this person just brings you something new, and then in the end you see how it works out. So the combination of idea, of a mindset, makes just incredible result, and that is actually true. I love this.
Yeah, I think this is the only place in the world that welcomes expats so well, and I think this is the place to be now. The safety and other points are really at the top for sure, but there are downsides as well. So I think it's not all perfect, right? To be alone in other country, this is number one. And what are other difficulties that you face being here in Dubai?
You know, nobody is perfect, but this business comes, of course, with sometimes with feelings that are like, where those people when I need them, or I'm just doing everything myself. So people need people in the end of the day, and because we're so busy, because we're just focusing on ourselves, which is, it's not selfish, it's just the way how we grow and then how we go through our experience. But again, sometimes you feel this, that, or you start communicating with some people and you see that they're with you because of something, right? Or so you start having those thoughts that you're maybe alone, and when you need somebody just to tell you, I'm not feeling well, especially on this let's say role of us where we have to be this example for our team. And in the end of the day, you think like, oh, where I can get this energy. Because when you're taking energy, when you're giving energy,
Yeah, you have to take it back from somewhere.
yeah, it's just you're giving energy. So it's a good thing. The favorite questions about work-life balance. Like, tell me, Anna, how you keep it? Like,
where do I get my energy? Well, I think, yeah, work-life balance, the balance in general is really crucial. And for the past year, I realized it like never before because my whole focus was there. And of course, this is a startup. You have to be 24/7 there. And this is very fast-paced industry. You feel like you're either there fully or nothing at all. So I think this is the down point for me, that I couldn't really find that balance. And to be honest, in the beginning, I think it cannot exist. This is just my perspective. If you really want to gain results somewhere, if you really want to do something, you have to be fully there. And unfortunately, sometimes that means that you have to compromise some other parts of the life, maybe personal life, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, with time, of course, it can get better when you structure things properly.
You cannot learn it. I don't know. I was trying, I was trying to find this balance.
At least to try.
It doesn't exist, in my opinion. I mean, you're just sometimes you're just focusing on something and just sacrificing some things.
Yeah.
You just sacrificing some, I don't know, maybe some personal, or try to get energy from any resources that actually brings you this happiness, like your.
Yeah, and I think this is actually the good point about the city, is that you have this opportunity to switch to the holiday mode every now and then, go to the beach, enjoy surfing, I don't know, going swimming, meeting your friends. And this is something really amazing about this place. And I felt it myself, that like, okay, this is the weekend, I'm going to the beach. And actually, like, you feel recharged, you feel like you went on vacation and you can start all over again. So I guess this is also a good point.
As they say, that if you try to buy, you already will not change it for something else. But it's true. Life is comfortable here, but is there anything that you don't like?
Well, I think, of course.
Or something you're missing?
Of course. Even though it's such an amazing life here, we're still expats, we're still foreigners, and I really have my soul has this connection with my home country, and I miss it. And also, as per my perspective, I really like cultural cities like European cities, Moscow, Shanghai, New York. And I really like the mixture of something old and new in the big cities. And here you miss that sometimes because it's a completely new country. Good for them. They really did an amazing job constructing and like creating what they did. But sometimes people say like you miss this soul of the place sometimes. So I think I can agree at some point that sometimes you just want to go and walk around the city for a few hours, guzzling real life, nature, parks, architecture. That's why I really like Deira part of the city. It's like the oldest town.
This is where real Dubai
started. So I think this is like the most this is number one thing that I miss, but the rest I think just covers all the down points that you have.
Yes, absolutely, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth to work 24 hours, don't sleep, go through some challenges. By the way, I'm talking about like challenges or like lessons. This year of running the company, what was the biggest lesson or the challenge that you went through and you would like to share?
Yeah, there are, of course, a lot of things, but as one main lesson, even though it's a little bit of a cliche, but I still would point that one as number one, is patience.
Oh, yes, I don't have
Because
sometimes.
sometimes I really had hard times to tolerate
Yeah.
the absence of results for a long time. You're just
Yeah.
doing something day by day and there is nothing happening, and it's really so demotivating, and you see the team around you and you have to be this light of the energy, the light of some future prospects for them,
Yeah.
but you don't feel it yourself. And I think
Exactly.
this is the hardest part. But then with the patience, you just keep going, you just keep doing things day by day, and then you look back and apparently it all worked out and all these doubts disappear, and you actually see that something happened, that you actually created something. So I think you have to stay positive and patient no matter what. So a bit cliche, but I think this is what I've
Positive,
learned.
yeah, the positive energy, it is so important. Yeah, because when you're running out of your energy and to stay still, smiling and alive. But this is also, it's about consistency.
Yeah.
No matter, how, like, the challenges, the circumstances around or in the globe, you have to remain consistent. It sounds easy, but for me, also kind of challenging, I have to say, and also the lesson there was. It's so important to organize your day, yourself. Your also rest. It should be organized. Sometimes we want to something like spend 10 years and I don't know, to make something crazy suddenly of working day, but it doesn't work this way. So you really have to be consistent what you're doing, to have your schedule. Like, I cannot live without my calendar right now, like, seriously. And actually it helps me a lot to be productive, to have this time for myself, which is also very, very important to find in your calendar, to find time for yourself, to go to this 5 a.m. morning club.
No way. Leave it for someone else.
I'm still thinking. But yeah, to remain consistent, to organize yourself, that is like the basement, like the start you have to, you have to do. And you must do, because otherwise, if you can't organize your day, first rule that you have to organize your bed. So this is kind of it makes absolutely sense, because otherwise, without organization,
If you don't plan things, they will plan themselves and maybe not in the way that you want it. So
exactly. So if you don't plan things, they will not be actually done or achieved, or some points will be missed. And in the end, it's not going to be the result that you actually want to. So that is so important, to organize yourself, to be consistent. And even it sounds so easy and a cliche, as you said, still it's the most difficult part. And
and for sure, looking back, I think even for yourself, and every single decision and life choice definitely brings you to the new level of thoughts of self-responsibility, and new doors are opening. So it's all worth trying for sure, even with the sacrifice.
That is true. One of the actually challenge, it was making decision and take responsibility for this. And it doesn't matter how it like end up in the end. That was your decision, and you're taking those responsibilities. Bad, good, successful, not really successful. That was your decision. And that was really quite, I cannot say like a challenge, but something that I'm also still learning. To stick to the plan, as they said. No matter in which mood you are.
Yeah, I would agree here from my point of view as well. For me, the hardest part was, and still it is just to be able to take responsibility for each and everything without a lot of emotions from my side, because sometimes I'm taking everything so personally, so deep to my heart. I could really cry over something. With the time, of course, it seems like it's just another day, but back then it feels like the end of the world, and you cannot really control those emotions. I think this is also something about women nature. It's good. I wouldn't say it's too bad. It's good to be vulnerable. It's good to have the feelings, but still sometimes it covers your mind, and you cannot really go with some peaceful decisions that might influence like future in a good way. So for me, I think the emotional part is the worst. But also looking back, I would say that I don't want to get rid of it. I think this is our strength of being a woman, being vulnerable, having this intuition for some decisions. We just have our own rules of doing that rather than men. And I think both of the ways are beautiful in their own scenarios. So this is exactly.
I think it's a good combination.
Yeah.
I play golf. I started playing golf. I'm not really good at it, but what I do like about this game when I involved, that you actually play against yourself. So of course there is a big team, you can go with your friends with actually like good players, but then still you play against yourself. So your handicap, your score, it's just you comparing yourself with like how good or bad you've been 1 week ago, few weeks ago, 1 year ago. And this is what actually I apply also in my life right now. It's just so related, because it doesn't matter what I'm doing, all decisions that I'm making, I'm still trying to be the best version of myself, the healthiest version of myself, the happiest version of myself, like compared to that time. And it didn't relate it to what you said. Talk about present and past. Is there any something that you would actually change, or there's some experience that actually was essential for you to bring from your past?
Yeah, I think not at all. Every single experience at the end of the day makes you the person you are right now. And I don't know what I didn't do in my life. I was cleaning the cars, serving the pizza, being the waitress for, I think, 4 years in the university, traveling abroad, teaching English. I don't know. I did everything in my life. IT startup, some marketing jobs, I think everything. So for every single thing, I was always saying, yes, I'm going.
Good.
Yeah. Yes, let's go, let's do it. And I think I don't want to change anything that I did in the past. And I think I would love to continue saying yes to every single experience, because otherwise you will surely regret that you didn't try something, right? And I really want to have as much of these moments where you just stop for a second, you look around and you feel, wow, I love my life. This is amazing. I really enjoy it. Whatever it is, it doesn't mean it have to be this experience that I'm living right now. Maybe it will be something else, but just this feeling that yes, you did this, you tried this, you experienced something, you made your lessons, you made mistakes, and I think this is what life is about, right?
It's about
just to live.
Correct. Yeah, correct. I wouldn't change anything either. It's just very simply that I would rather pay to get this experience again. That was my experience. Yeah, I also started over and over again some things. New jobs, new country, new people around you. And that is great. Or that is just... it's like very low. This is me then. This is me now.
This is all me. I love myself.
This is me now. I love myself. Self-love. But I would never ever change it. This is just part of me. Why I wouldn't change me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But talking about changes, yeah, that's good to be better, to improve yourself. And only one thing that actually helps me as well is just surround yourself with positive energy people
Yeah.
who is also open-minded, and this energy actually gives you hope sometimes, or direction, and you're just moving forward rather than some just brings you down, saying, oh, you're not good enough, or you cannot. Talking about this, actually, my the biggest achievement happened to me when somebody actually tried to bring me down.
Yeah.
This is just so true. And when somebody told me, oh, yeah, remember it's funny right now, but I remember in one of my job, my colleague said, like, I'm not giving you like this project because you don't speak English well. One of the challenges that we are probably right now, we are closing this gestalt, or how do you call it?
Yeah, exactly.
We speak English. I said, like, see?
I did it.
I did it, yeah. And there was one of them also. I was not promoted, because I was young, or I was not promoted because I didn't have certain experience or degrees, and that it motivated me so much, to jump out of it and just to prove myself. Of course, you still, you're competitive, and you're showing people that you do deserve. And but yeah, like my achievements happen when actually in the lowest moment, when you think that everything is just halas. Halas finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is just finished. And but then you just wake up, like my mom always say, no matter what, just wake up and go and bring beauty to this world. So,
this is amazing.
yeah. So she says, if you were crying last night, in the morning you should put makeup, clean up yourself, and they're just moving and smiling, and just to spread this energy around you.
Actually, this is right. And what you mentioned about having people around with a positive energy, with a positive attitude, believing in yourself. Actually, what is also crucial and important, what kind of energy do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
What kind of attitude, what kind of attitude you bring to the people around you?
Or maybe you here because you brought this. Sometimes it can be this way.
You definitely influence the people, and this is a very basic say. You treat others the way you want to be treated, and it works 100%. And this is actually works in a business environment as well, when you genuinely care about the people.
Yeah.
There was the say, take care of the relationship, money will take care for itself. So I think this is also something that you learn in this professional field, that like people is number one priority. If you don't have loyal people around you who trust in yourself, you cannot go anywhere. And for me, it was such an opening, because I was always solo in everything what I do, the projects and everything. I was always by myself. I thought I really don't need anybody. I'm okay with myself. But then apparently you have this feeling that you have people that at some point rely on you, that are with you no matter what. This is, I don't know, you have this feeling of a family kind of that you created by yourself, and that you can...
Stop here. Manage relationships and money will manage themselves.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, it's from the book.
You just wanted to highlight it once again.
Yeah, manage relations. But that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Of course, it's starting from yourself.
Yeah.
But that is true.
TED Talk.
We're living Dubai dream. In Dubai, as we're discussing, everything is possible. We are also business driven, money driven, building our life for ourselves. But let's be maybe precise. What are your dreams? What are your...
To be honest, I never ever had any like business financial dreams in my head, never. When I was a kid, yes, I always had this imagination of my life. I'm from a small city and I never traveled anywhere abroad at that time, but already back then I remember I was a kid and I was picturing myself in some kind of environment, in some kind of the lifestyle. So I think I just had this vision, and I didn't have any like money or things goals, and I don't have still. My biggest dream, I think, is just to be happy in whatever I do. Of course, we all have our own recipes of what dream life for us is about. And I think all the decision I'm making and all the opportunities I'm saying yes to is just for me to tailor this kind of life that I can say I'm happy in. And this is a right mixture of financial freedom, of family and loved ones around you. I want to have a big family. I want to have enough freedom to travel the world, to give to my kids the opportunities that maybe I didn't have, to have my mom around me most of the time, because of course we're living abroad and we don't see each other. So I think it comes to the happiness and the right balance of everything in it. And of course, at first you have to go fully for something. You have to sacrifice your time. But so yeah, I think just the happiness is the biggest dream was always there. And how about you?
I need a private jet.
Lamborghini?
Lamborghini. Just a private jet for my family. So we can fly. We can fly around. But I agree with you. The biggest still, although I said from the beginning, I found myself here, but I'm still looking for. I'm still learning every day. I'm still trying exactly this recipe of my happiness. I want to have family where we travel, when we get good education, our own opinion, and
freedom of choices.
Yeah, freedom of choices. Exactly.
I think it all, with time, when you try things, it all comes to the very basic and fundamental stuff, and you realize that like this is the most important. If you don't have friends around you, if you don't have family to share your happiness with, to share your achievements with, it really doesn't matter at all. And
I'm the same with you here. No matter, I achieve or I'm successful or the way around, those bad days, you still need family next to you to share. And that is where my happiness coming from, my dreams coming from. So I'm living my best life. I'm getting the best version of myself, and this I'm trying to inspire and bring to another people that surround me and my family.
And talking about the family and maybe a relationship with other gender, do you think you are limiting yourself in some ways because you're growing, you're becoming stronger, you're this self-made independent woman? Do you face any kind of difficulties in that field? Or maybe you have different model of a relationship that is comfortable for you, because like we are from a very conservative country and
where the families that's what I also like this similarity between this Arab and Russia country, that the family institute is very important. But talking about a relationship, if I have any difficulties, not at all. Of course, you are looking the person with whom you can, like in my case, so
Yeah.
it's just talking about about me. I'm with the person with whom I grow. I'm also give some perspective and my opinion, and I'm listened, and together the combination of two people,
Yeah.
we actually achieving more and building more, and this is the most important. So of course we have different opinions, we have different hobbies, but this growth inside of this family, inside of institute, this is something very, very important to me.
Yeah, true.
I just, of course, to have peace of mind at home, than to feel that your opinion will be listened and supported and maybe even criticized, but in a good way for you.
Yeah.
This is what I need in my partner. Let's say in my family is a leader.
Yeah.
To which opinion I want to follow and to listen, and this is also my family background. So in our families, man is the main figure, and like, let's say, decision maker, right? And then we're just supporting to make the right decision. Education and growth, my main thing in relationship. And what about your model of relationship that you believe and follow?
Well, I think I'm very into conservative type of relationship. For me, it's very important to feel a woman behind a strong back in a very, very traditional way. And I think this is also comes to the partnership, because yes, you can achieve your goals, you can be independent, and indeed you have to be independent because you are the only person that you can rely on 100%. And I think we have to be very objective in that field. You have to rely on yourself first, and but at the same time, this is about partnership, because of course, for a strong man, it's also important to have a strong woman by his side, the partner, that he can come for the advice, he can come for the help, and you can be that person that is whole by herself, no matter what. So I think you don't have to compromise your own dreams, and you don't have to try to fit into someone else's opinions or environments that will ruin your personality completely. And the right person will always respect your borders, will always respect your decisions, will always support your growth. So I think it's just about finding the right person and the right balance in the relationship. But yeah, I think for me this is something that matters. Yeah. So coming to the end of the conversation, I really want to say that I'm super proud of you, and it was really nice conversation. I think we did what we wanted to do, and it's really great to highlight the moments of our changes and just look back from time to time, because with this fast world, sometimes you don't even realize where you're going, what are you doing, and what really happened. It feels like it was like this for forever, but it's actually important to look back and to give yourself applause and just to cheer up.
Summarize what you did, what you achieved, or what are the goals in the future, to set some. Yes, I'm really, really proud of you too. For the next year, I gonna wish everyone that they would start it from themselves and invest in themselves and their education, because this is only one thing that nobody can take it from you. Nobody can take your brain and your head. So yes, we need people, we need partnership, we need strong back, as you said. But then when you're comfortable with yourself, when you know yourself, when you learn about yourself, and that is not easy as well, to find actually what you like the most, or what actually brings you happiness. So So the education, it was and it will, and I really wish everyone will get this power of knowledge and education, because that is something that that change your life.
Yeah, and from my side, I think what I would wish for everyone is that we live in such a fast world and a lot of information around us. Sometimes we really forget what do we want, what our goals are, and we can be distracted with other opinions, other thoughts that will influence our own decision. So I think I wish to be able and to find time to disconnect now and then, and to be with yourself and to study your own thoughts and just choose something that truly makes you happy. If it's running the business somewhere, a big company, go for it. If it makes you happy, doesn't matter your age, your gender, go for it. If you want to raise your kids and be in a family, be a happy wife, amazing, go for it. If you want to have career as an actor, as a creative person, go for it. So wherever your dreams are, just try to listen to it and not get distracted with other opinions. So I think this is really important in our century, again, because so many information around and we just really being distracted. So
that was a great year.
Yeah,
I think it was a really great year.
It was a great year,
and it will be more.
Yeah, so. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cheers. Yeah. Yalla.
Yalla.